step one in the putting the trailer together stuff here is you're going to lay out your main frame members upside down according to the instructions. So I've got some of the components out. I'm going to start putting it together. If you wanted to buy a Malone trailer from us, you can have us put it together. We've done it before. We have impact tools. Or you can do it yourself. We won't charge a whole lot for the putting together stage, but it's up to you. You can buy it in a kit, and it comes in 4 boxes, and you can put it together yourself, or for a nominal fee we can put it together for you. So the next stage, I'm putting the spring brackets on, and we'll do that, and then we'll go from there. You can see here, 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 and here the spring mounting hardware is on. Bolts go down inside the frame. Nuts are inside the frame, sorry. Bolt goes down through, nuts on the inside of the frame. So we'll continue on. Next we install the wire protection grommet in the front left side of the trailer tongue. So I've identified it. The left side has 3 holes. This grommet is going to go inside of the bottom of those 3 holes. That step's complete. I've pulled the wire through. I've left enough length on the end, enough free length at the plug that our ground cable or bonding cable at the free end is as long as the bonding cable. And then I've used a nut, tied it to the end of the wires to bring my wires back through the tongue, attach the tongue bracket here. Now we're going to put a bolt up through. Everything's upside down still. Put a bolt up through. Now we're going to loosely bolt to the rest of the frame, the tongue bracket, and we'll go from there. Loosely bolted the tongue bracket with the carriage bolts here, and we'll go on from there. Now up at the head of the whole triangle here, I put the two bolts in, washers on either side, and locking nut as well. So that's in hand tight as well. Everything's still loose, so we can fit everything together, and then we'll tighten it all up. At this point, the frame is together loosely, and it's been put together upside down, so we have good access to all of our frame spring members and things. That's where I'm going to leave it for the day. Tomorrow we'll come in with the impact wrench, tighten everything up, and as I tighten it, I'm going to mark it with a marker so that I know, and if anybody looks at it, they know what's been tightened, and that way I don't miss anything. It's kind of a check step for me. Anyway, so we'll do that tomorrow. So today the frame's together. Happy. Alright, so now the trailer's, the frame has been tightened down. We're going to focus now on springs and the axle. See there, that is our main axle. There's holes, guiding holes for the springs. The back side of the stud on the middle of the spring will line up with that hole. Then we U-bolt it down. So that'll be our next step. Now we've installed the U-bolts under the square portion of the axle. The stud here goes through the spring, and the other side of it acts as a centering device in the hole in the axle. So now we have to tighten up these U-bolts, the nuts on the U-bolts, the locking nuts, until it just comes in contact with this plate. And we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it because I believe later on we're going to align this main axle by adjusting these U-bolts and the twist in them. So we'll tighten these up and go on from there. We flip the axle upside down and fit the rear of the spring into the C clamp hardware shown here, and we'll be bolting the front. So at this point we've added the wheels, 5-bolt with lugs. I've used an impact wrench on the entire installation of everything on the trailer here. It kind of speeds up the process. We've added the light brackets. They're just carriage bolts with lock nuts. We've added the license plate holder underneath of the left side tail light. There's a white light under the left side tail light which illuminates the license plate, which you're required to have in New Brunswick. And we put the right side light and bracket on over here, and our marker lights, which are just a single bolt through on both sides. From here, next step is to start running the wires along the inside of the frame. There's just clips. It's fairly simple wire clips here that clip into the frame. We'll clip it along to the back. You've got to splice in at the side marker lights as well. And we'll go on from there. Okay, we've now got the fenders attached, which was fairly easy. The whole thing hasn't been overly complicated. People that know me well can attest that I get frustrated when things get complicated, and this wasn't bad at all. So far, so good. And this is what it looks like fully together. So we've got the Thule style square bars, and you can mount your J hooks or your saddles to that. And if you set it up with J hooks, you can almost carry 4 kayaks on this, no problem. And if you want to get really fancy, you could probably build another tier on this and take another 4 kayaks. But it's a very efficient design. They're the narrower highway tires. It's all galvanized, so you're not going to have to worry about rust for quite a while. And it's quite beefy hardware on the whole thing. I was very impressed with how easy it went together and the quality of the materials. So this is it, folks.